Hey everybody, Cindy Dayjack here with Queen Bee Creations. Thanks for joining me today. I get a lot of people that say, you know what, I can't draw. Some of the things that you do, you have to be able to draw. And I am not awesome at drawing. So I wanted to show you that I've got a little Easter craft here. So we're just gonna make a quick little Easter card, something that you can replicate very easily, something that you could do with your kids. And what I like about this is, as I show you, you'll see it's something that you could have your kids sitting beside you and you say, just draw this shape, then draw this, so that they too will be able to draw a bunny, right? So in essence, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little Easter card. You know, I just stamped a saying, somebody loves you. So we're just gonna do a cute little Easter card. You can make this into gift tags, hang it off of people's Easter baskets, whatever you wanna do. All I did was I started with a piece of cardstock. You can do it with really lightweight paper, like computer paper if you want to. Certainly that would work. If I'm doing a card, I just like to do something that's starting off a little bit firmer. And I just cut this page in half and folded them in half, right? I use a cutter, but you could use scissors. You can do whatever you want, right? And you can make them bigger, you can make them smaller. There's no magic to this. So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna pull you overhead so that you can see how basic, how easy this is. And we can take it from there. All right, here is my folded card. I did a cream one. Let me do a white one this time, just because. So here's my folded card. To start, we're gonna do our bunny over on this side. So to start the bunny, all that we're gonna do is take our pencil and we're just gonna create this almost egg shape. Now, you could do it shorter and fatter. You could do it taller and skinnier. This is the body of your bunny. He can be whatever shape you want, or she. On the top, we're just gonna put another small bubble. And this is almost like when you blow bubbles and you stick them together, you get this little convex, concave, convex shape. Well, one's gonna be concave, one's gonna be convex, so whatever. And then we're gonna do some ears. So your ears could both flop, your ears could, right? Okay, that seems like a fat ear going down to his head. They could both kind of stand up straight. I didn't leave a lot of room for my ears, so I'm making them both stand up. And then down at the bottom, we're just gonna do another shape that's similar to the body, which is the tail. That's it. So you can see, you could get your kids just drawing along with you, right? That they're doing that kind of egg shape. And what you can do is you could start with a bit of ground down there so that they know that that's their start and stop space. Then it's as simple as coloring it in. Now, I'm on white paper, so it's kind of difficult to do a white bunny. So I'm just gonna kind of outline mine in a light brown. So I'm just going to, and here I chose to use pencil crayons. You could do this with markers, you could do it with tempera paints, you could do it with watercolor. But I get people that say, oh, I don't have any of those paints. All right, go to the dollar store and get yourself just some inexpensive little pencil crayons. And again, this is a no mess, no fuss way if you happen to be doing it with your kids. So we're just going to, I'm just roughly coloring them in. I'm not doing the whole thing. You could color the whole thing. I'm just going to do a little bit of shading here and there. So taking my pencil on the side, and just kind of curving it in to give the impression of his rounded body here. And I'm going to go a little darker around the tail, just for a little bit of shadowing here. Same thing along the back of his head. And a little bit of shadowing here. And then we can do the ears. Now, maybe because you've done this, you're going to do a little bit of pink just for that inside of the ear that's peeking out here, since we maybe could see just a little bit of the inside of his ear. And the rest is going to be in my brown shade. But you know what? Make the bunny any color you want. It could be a gray bunny. It could be a white bunny. And you've got options here. So you could simply outline this all in black ink if you wanted, right? Whoops. So now I'm taking, this is a dark green. I'm just going to take this on the side and I'm just going to roughly take it across. There's my ground. I could stop there, or I could do, you know, some tall grasses here and there. If I felt like it, I could, let's maybe grab a yellow. I could grab a yellow and just do quick little yellow flowers at the top of each of these. Maybe they are little flowers. It's yours. You can do what you want. Do some little tulips, not do anything. And then I added some quick little heart shapes going up the side. And just quickly colored in, just freehand. And because I have a lot of white space, because I have the shape that I cut mine, I would just personally, cut this card off a little bit to put it in balance. And then to finish it off, let me do, I'll do the same little stamp since I have it out. Now you could write in any saying of your choice. You could stamp in any saying. I just happen to have a stamp. I'm just kind of lining it up roughly here. And there you go. Quick, super easy little Easter card. Now this variation I wanted to show you looks very similar to the one that we did, but this is done on watercolor paper with watercolor crayons, pencil crayons. All right, so these are watercolor pencils, which means you could do them using the pencil into wet paper, or in this case, we're going to reactivate them with water. So it's almost like those little coloring books that you had as a kid where they had all the colored lines, and then you took the wet paintbrush. Now we're able to do watercolor, but still retain the shape of what we were doing. So we're doing this, we're drawing the same figure, but we're getting a slightly different look because we're turning this into a watercolor paint just by adding in some of that water. So let me clean my brush. And you can see down here in the bottom, we've got our green. And I can start pulling a little bit of that up if I'd like. A little bit more water to create a little bit of softness going up here. We can leave a little bit of a line. And now, a little bit of water for our hearts. We're just going to wet it on the inside and pull a little bit of that color down in. Okay, that's a little bit of, it's a lot of water in there right now. I don't need as much as that. And then if you want for definition, I'm just dipping this dark brown into some water. I can actually then use it, but now it's a little bit wetter. So it's not going to go perfectly like pencil. Because most of my water's kind of evaporated on the page. I had to stop filming there for a minute. The joys of having the shop open at the same time. But then I can pull some of that up and give a little bit more definition. So again, you know, check and make sure you know what kind of pencil crayons you're buying at the time, because you're not going to be happy with the watercolor ones if you're trying to get them to do just normal stuff. But they can give you more options too if you're looking at doing something like this, a totally different look. And again, you can go, this one I just outlined in black, right? So just thin little guys, didn't do any hearts, just had him sitting there. And this one you could wait till it's dry and you could outline it in black as well, or, you know, just darker outlines, period. So today's video was about not making it more difficult on yourself than it needs to be. Sometimes drawing just means break it down into basic shapes. So, you know, we're looking at just that little oval, that little ball on top, the little ball here. I mean, you're at the bunny already. Add a couple of ears, you're good to go. So whether you do it all in pencil, crayon, right, which both of those are. This one we've added a fair bit of ink to, or this one we did a version with watercolor pencil crayons. The medium doesn't matter. Have fun with it. But this is just a simple, cute little project, a little craft that you could do with your kids. They could do up quick little Easter cards, little Easter tags for adding on to people's gift bags or baskets. And you can stamp a saying in. You don't have a stamp, you can just handwrite a saying in. It doesn't matter. So don't overlook the opportunity just to practice and play with some really simple shapes if you think that you're drawing challenged. If you are great at drawing, then I would look for and expect a slightly more complicated bunny from you. Regardless, these projects are all about relaxing, showing ourselves some grace, and having fun as we're doing it. And if you have some kids and you can take people along for the ride, so much the better. Let me know what you think of this one, guys. Let me know if you're going to give it a try, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Until then, take care.